Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1963 of What You Up To Now, documenting the journey as I transitioned originally from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. In 2016, following my divorce, 2017 actually, finally divested myself of all of our joint assets. God, that wasn't even until later, but decided it was 2016. So decided, what am I going to do? What do I want to do now? And I had no interest in going back to corporate America. I had joked for a long time that I was unemployable by someone else. Once you work for yourself, and I had simultaneously worked in corporate America while running my own businesses on the side for over a quarter century. For over 25 years, I'd done that. And so I didn't want to go back to corporate America. I didn't want to have a job working for someone else, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do either. So I decided I'd been curious about and watched the internet kind of growing up from its infancy and its beginning. I remember staying up all night long while the kids were sleeping, because my kids were little when the internet was, first invented and became available to a lot of us. And I would stay up all night long, and then I'd have to get the kids ready and then go to work. It was like, what the heck am I doing pulling an all-nighter just because I'm curious about this crazy thing called the internet? And in the beginning, I'm old enough to know the beginning of the internet. Wasn't sure it was going to stick around, so I never really dove in and paid attention to it. I use it for research, I use it for engineering projects, I use it for different things in my job, but I never really got super involved in the internet until after my divorce. And then I said, okay, I can do what I want to do. I'm going to check this out and find out if there's something there, or if there's something that I can follow my curiosity and be interested in. And I followed a whole lot of curiosity and went down a lot of different rabbit holes, learned a lot of things that aren't for me and don't work for me, just like in the real business world, out in the world. I just think that the learning curve and the ability to dabble and check out and learn different things online is just so much faster and easier. So I have been online ever since. In late 2017, early 2018, I started doing live videos. And early on, I thought, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to save the videos, document them, so I can go back and learn and be horrified, actually, by my early videos. I don't go back and watch them very often, but when I do, I'm always embarrassed. I still, after making, I don't know how many, let's take a peek here. As of yesterday, 6,745 podcasts. And podcasts are videos, and I just strip out the audio and I share that as my Pajama Grandma podcast. I know, crazy name, haven't changed it yet, even though I let go of Pajama Grandma during the pandemic, which was really, really hard, because it was kind of a persona that let me show up in my pajamas or my pajama top if I wanted to, and just talk and do my things and share information, share lessons learned, share what I was working on, what was working, what's not. And that's what this whole segment has been about. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly of creating businesses or creating online businesses. What works, what doesn't. And a lot of stuff that works for other people does not work for me. Some people love webinars or stage speaking or writing books or whatever, and I've dabbled and tried a lot of these things, and some of them have worked really, really well for me. Others have been epic failures. And sometimes we start out really, really slow, and we're struggling with something. Whenever we're trying a new skill, we're not awesome at it right off the bat, right? My first webinar, crickets. My first probably 10 presentations of my first webinar, crickets. And it wasn't until I practiced it over and over and over again and really figured out what people wanted to hear and what they needed to know and wanted to learn, did my webinars take off. So, and then I started helping other people with them. Same with other tools and other strategies and other things online. I've been doing challenges for, decades. Before I ever came online, I've been doing challenges and annual challenges personally. It wasn't until 2018 that I did my first annual challenge online with other people. And that was to do one thing every day that scares me, and to scares you, scares us, to stretch our comfort zone. And then I've done one every year since then. And this year's is the Get Your Goals annual challenge. So we're doing one thing every day to get what we want. And this month we're focusing on financial health and financial well-being. And then I have a business group for business owners, because I'm all about the business. I've been a business person since I was 13 years old. I started my first business and was learning about things. So it's just a passion of mine. I love business. I love helping people with their businesses. and will probably continue to do so until I'm not capable of doing it anymore. But I have a business group called Supersize Your Business, and so when I was moving after my divorce, and as part of that whole process, I decided I needed to find a quick way to have content and ideas for content for that group. And so I began researching and sharing an idiom every day. And I would take an idiom, just an idiom, and they were random for the first 600 to 700. I would just pick a random one out of a book of my kids that I found, and I would share. And I would take that idiom and I would say, okay, this is what it means, this is where it came from, and this is how we could apply it to our business right now. And there were only a handful of them that were like a super big stretch to figure out, well, how the heck and what does this mean for building and growing my business? And some of them, not really a whole lot, but it allowed me the opportunity to get creative in my thinking and how could this possibly apply and help me in growing and building and supersizing my business. I love thinking about what things mean to me and then realizing that just because it means that to me doesn't mean it means that same thing to other people. And doing this idiom every day reminds me of that. It allows me to look at a phrase that means something different than what the words individually mean, and ask myself, okay, what experience have I had with this in the past? How have I maybe used it or never used it in my business? Have I ever even heard of this idiom before? I actually love it when I come upon an idiom I've never heard before and I get to share that, because I learned something new too, and I get to creatively think of, well, how can I use this to build and grow my business? How can I use this to serve the people that I'm here to serve better? So our idiom today was to strike gold. Now, I've definitely heard that idiom before, but how do you apply that to your business? And my question for the group is, how do you apply that to your business? Me, I use it as a reminder to observe, watch, listen to, especially listen to the people that I'm here to serve, because people will tell us everything we need to know if we just listen to them. And so often we get mired and caught up in our own little lives, and we forget to listen. We forget to ask the questions like, how can I help? What's in this for them? And remembering that we want to look at everything we do and how we show up in the world from the other person's perspective every once in a while. So if I can help you in any way, hit me up today. It is Friday in my neck of the woods and heading into a fun weekend, I hope. I love summer weekends. I love summer. I'm definitely a summer person. I love the warm weather. If I can help you anyway, though, if you've got a question, a concern, a comment about business or about the annual challenge or getting goals or anything, hit me up. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.